fun. Screw having a countdown and having people show up. We'll just go live, right? Nothing ever would go wrong from that. I should probably tweet this out. I have no idea if it tweets out automatically when I do go live. It probably does. I don't know. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully notifications are working. I did upload quite a lot of videos yesterday, so sometimes that messes up notifications. I think it kind of does. This wasn't like a regularly scheduled sort of stream. I have about an hour and a half to kill before I have to go to the U-Haul place and see what they broke because I've used the U-Haul cube things to move the stuff out. And while there's nowhere to put it until the actual, the actual final house is ready. And of course, there's the whole issue of having to buy one of those too. So that's stressful. So I'm like, let me go stream for an hour and a half. See if anybody shows up. I don't know. Hello, Nathan Norman. The planet broke before the garden did. Which planet? Did the planet break? What's the planet? I don't know. But yeah, it's a weird sort of situation. Hello, Chris Corkum. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Yeah, I'm going to make sure we get this tweeted out. So, might not. I know this is kind of a weird time. Did it tweet out? I don't know if it did. I have a notification. It might not have. I'm thinking it might not have. Hello, Mage Grey Wolf. Welcome. Yeah, I don't think it actually tweeted out. So, fine. We will tweet that we are live now. Live right now. Exclamation point and paste. There we go. I got a notification. Awesome. Hello, Lee Crystal. Mage Grey Wolf didn't see a notification. So I guess I'm using, I'm probably going to use Twitter as my notification. So you got a notification on YouTube. Awesome. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. I think that sometimes when I do too many live videos or too many videos like too close, then they don't go off, or they don't like send them out. YouTube's being inconsistent again. It is. And that's kind of one of the problems with YouTube that I've known is it kind of goes by your watch patterns. A lot of the time, like, okay, I clicked on one stupid kids react video about a makeup tutorial, and now it's recommending me like a million makeup tutorial videos. I'm like, no, I was wanting to watch the kids react on the Fine Brothers channel. But it's like, no, I don't want to watch makeup tutorials. I want to watch this. They're like, no, you clicked on makeup tutorials. You clearly want to watch all of these. No, I don't. No, I barely wear makeup anyway. I don't want to watch all these people who are actually really good at something. No. Yes, imagine that. About YouTube being inconsistent. It's always inconsistent. That's one of the things with YouTube. Like, you can always count on it to be inconsistent. I hate that effect. Hello, Max's Theory. Welcome. Yeah, and it's fine. Like, when I do wear a little makeup, not too much, but maybe the Fine Brothers want you to join the mindless legions of NPCs. And well, that's the thing. I don't actually subscribe to the Fine Brothers channel. They're one of those channels I don't have to subscribe to because they always freaking show up in my recommendations. So there's no reason for me to ever have to subscribe to them, right? That, like, pretty much with any channel with like the million subs plus, I don't need to subscribe to you because you're going to show up in my recommendations whether I watch you or not. Same thing with like Rhett and Link or, God, even Nostalgia Critic shows up, but I think I still subscribe to him. I don't know. You saw the notification? Awesome. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I was kind of concerned because last night I put out a video at like 2 a.m. I think I did one in between streams last night as well over on Midnight's Edge. And I think I put out a video at like 10, so I technically have a video out for today, so that'll help with the algorithm because the one I put up at like 2 in the morning my time counts as today. I don't know. I don't know. Matthew got it. STD Season 2 teaser is worse than I could have imagined. Ship crashing into asteroids, smiling Spock. Plus Spock looks like a hippie at Starbucks and looks and sounds nothing like Nimoy. Yeah, well, I mean, he sounds okay-ish, or he did, like, in an interview I saw, but then now on the show, on the trailer, he doesn't sound quite the same, or quite right. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. I had to mute it while I sneezed. I did put on makeup. It is the brush that got like right on my nose. That's why I sneezed. Because I have a shiny nose like everybody else on the planet. And this lighting is so terrible, too. It's like my hair looks pink in this lighting and it looks super washed out. I could probably mess with it. It'll never save itself if I do mess with it a little bit. Configure video. Let's see if I turn off. Ooh, then it's really pink. If I kind of do this, it's a little better. It's a little better. Then it goes to like black and white and gray. That's a little better, like 3170. But then it goes to like gray scale. Oh no. I'm fiddling with my video. Yeah, that's a little better. I don't know. It's a little better. Only reason Smock smiles is when he farts. Yes, good morning, Lethal Lightning. Sorry, Mecca. I'm on my way to work. I'll catch the replay. Well, thank you for being here anyway, Lethal Lightning. Also, check out Lethal Lightning's channel. He's another awesome YouTuber. Good morning from Sydney. Hello in Sydney. Is it morning in Australia? Hello, Emma Louise. CD Horde, I have a shiny head. Chris Corkum, I just did my hair. Yeah, I haven't done my hair yet. I need to touch it up again. I desperately need to touch up the roots, but hello, Yova Rods. Good to see you. Hope you're doing great. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm kind of terrified. So today is the plan today is to go to the U-Haul place and make sure they didn't break anything. So all the stuff is in giant U-Haul cube storage things, kind of like pods. So basically they're giant crates that you can fill up. You take a few days to fill them up, and it's actually cheaper to move a whole bunch of crap across the country that way. And they stick a forklift underneath, or they're supposed to stick it underneath, and then they lift it up and then they take it away. Somebody punctured like the side of one of them with a forklift, so now I have to see what they broke. Hopefully they didn't actually break anything. Hopefully they just kind of missed and they just stabbed it a little. Hopefully it didn't go through the crate. But man, I'm kind of terrified to get there and find that like some of my priceless stuff, like some of my pictures that I can't replace, got damaged. Or so I'm kind of on the verge of tears about that, because like I have autographed stuff, like you saw my autographed Ween picture. I can't replace that, you know. I can't replace the memories of that, and I can't replace some of the posters, and some of the posters actually I literally cannot replace. So 7:43 a.m. commute to work while watching. Awesome. Matthew got it. I enjoy the actor playing Pike, but I did not like the scene. I hope his entire performance is not that bad. It was almost a parody. Star Trek is not a comedy. Exactly. Star Trek shouldn't be a comedy. It shouldn't be funny. I mean, there's funny moments here and there, like Data being kind of funny, but watch out for the pod people, I know. I'd sure be upset over that. I'm upset by it, and I'm kind of nervous to where they're insured. So if they just stab something like the couch or clothing, a box of clothing or a box of like kitchen stuff, I can replace all that. It's the sentimental stuff or the guitars that I can't replace. I mean, I have the one guitar that I absolutely can't replace, but like I've got other guitars that I've had, you know, that I have like memories of. If they stabbed through any of my guitars, I'm gonna be just devastated. Because that Warlock is kind of, it's sentimental more than anything. Same thing with the Fender acoustic. It's more sentimental than anything. But yeah. Hello, Nihilus. Just wanted to stop in and say hello, Egotastic Fun Time. Oh, holy crap. You guys all know Egotastic Fun Time. If you don't, subscribe to his channel. Talking Orville. One of the best Orville, probably the best Orville coverage on YouTube. I try not to cover so much Orville because I know Egotastic Fun Time does such a good job over there, so. I do love the Orville. Are we excited for the Orville? Hopefully we're all excited for the Orville coming back. I am definitely excited. It's not even going to be too long, right? A couple weeks. Nathan Norman says, Star Trek is a science fiction drama with small smatterings of comedy and romance. True. How many, gut fiddles do you, guitar fiddles. Guitars do I have? I have 4 right now. If one of them got damaged, though, oh man, I would be kind of devastated. It'd probably be, well, it might be like the LTD that I could easily replace. That's the newest one. It was the cheapest, so. Yes, everyone should be talking about the Orville. Don't hold back. Well, I am going to probably do my style of review once it comes back. I was thinking about how to avoid the copyright stuff, because I know Fox are a little crazy with the copyright. Even if I would probably, let's face it, I'll probably give a fairly positive review to the Orville since I really loved the first season. If I reverse the images or do the kind of thing where I pop it up like this, that's all full screen. So that's my sort of overlay. If I do pictures like that, I could probably do that. I will avenge you, Mecha, CD Horde says. DXDDD action figure expert says. Is that a command to get me to, is that like an infinite lives cheat code maybe? It's Thirsty Thursday. Grab a drink and a date. Is it? Well, I have Diet Mountain Dew. Does that count? I have it in a stupid can because I forgot to pour it into a cup. New guy who had lost his pick and had to have his guitar adapted, or his pick hand and have his guitar adapted for him. That sucks. Like, my little stupid worries are nothing compared to, like, a lot of other people's. Because right now I'm just worried about, like, the stuff being here okay and then finding a place to live with everything being, you know, astronomical where I'm at. That's kind of the biggest problem I'm having right now. But, you know, who knows? Maybe things will get better. Maybe the YouTube channel will take off. And I don't know. We'll see. The Orville's going to be preempted by football, though. Oh, no, not sports ball. The Orville's definitely cool. It is. Yeah, Diet Dew. I do prefer Diet Dew. I like Diet Code Red, but Diet Mountain Dew is probably my #1 favorite. I like Diet Dr. Pepper as well, or Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper. I'm weird. Alright, Egotastic Fun Time says, I zoom in a bit, fast forward most of the time, and only use 9 seconds or less clips. Seems to work fine. Stay away from using music, though, unless it's a cover. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things I do. I like to use screenshots more than anything. Sometimes I'll do a trailer, and I'll keep it really super quiet if I am reacting to a trailer. And I'll stop it a lot, or I'll bring up just little images here and there if I need to talk about something. So I'm still kind of learning the art of incorporating video footage. I don't know if I'll use video footage of the Orville. I might just take snapshots like I usually do with Doctor Who and with Star Trek Discovery, where I kind of script out. I'll type up, I'll take notes, I'll be watching, and I'll be kind of grabbing screenshots as I go. Diet Code Red. I want an Orville movie in the next 5 years. I don't think we need an Orville movie yet. I mean, I'm fine with the TV show as long as they don't cancel it. They better not cancel the Orville. It's like the one good show we have. Yes, Black Sabbath's guitarist had to relearn after the accident work with his fingers. Well, he had to just put caps on. Well, he's a lefty, so his 2 fingers on his right hand, so he had to put caps on them. He was using, I want to say, like the tips of dishwashing liquid for a while. Like the caps from that. I think that's what he was using, and then he had like real adapted Tony Iommi, the guitar player for Sabbath. He had then he had like professional caps put on, but he also had to tune down, and that's why Black Sabbath sounded so good, because they had to tune down to adjust for the tension. Hope's not any poor casualties. Oh, if they heard anything I can't replace, like I've got like like that Harvey Cthulhu, I can't replace him. He's like so rare. My full-sized Harvey Cthulhu, I just can't replace that. I've only ever seen 2 of them, and one of them is real and has his YouTube channel. So, hello, Willie Woodward. Yeah, the Def Leppard drummer lost an arm, and they had the drum kit made for him. Yeah, Rick Allen lost his arm in a car wreck, and they did have, well, they basically rigged his drum kit to where he was using the foot pedals more than anything, so. Sorry I won't be able to comment, but I wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for being here anyway, Willie Woodward. Mr. Chario. Okay, hopefully I'm saying your name right. I want a sequel to Galaxy Quest. We could do a sequel to Galaxy Quest at some point. What would they do about Alan Rickman, though? How would they replace him? That would be really sad to kind of, I don't know, maybe they'd have to, like, have that, what was the race of people who were in Galaxy Quest? I can't remember. The ones that like had the black hair, that had the bangs. I can't remember what they were called. Maybe have them kind of continue on his heritage. I don't know. I thought 2 of the Galaxy Quest actors died. I know for sure Alan Rickman's gone. Who else was in Galaxy Quest? Now I can't remember. I think one of the aliens is still alive. That guy who played the alien. I can't remember who was in Galaxy Quest now. Oh, Rainn Wilson was in Galaxy Quest. I don't know. Galaxy Quest sequel 20 years later would suck. Today's Hollywood, nope. Well, and it could be something where if they did it like independently, but they wouldn't. I didn't hate the Trainspotting sequel. I really liked that, but that was so outside of Hollywood. That was, filmed in Scotland again, like the original, and it was so outside of the wheelhouse. But Harvey Cthulhu avenged Charlie. We have a 250-meter tall plush toy of Harvey Cthulhu. Well, did you see the one I used to have him on streams, and now he's packed away? I don't know. Maybe I'll bring some stuff maybe I'll bring some posters or something to put in the background. Something nice to look at so we're not looking at so much pink. Because I can probably prop up something on top of that couch back there. This is just a spare room in my mom's house. That's why it's pink. Super Troopers 2, nope. I actually didn't mind Super Troopers 2, but I saw it in Colorado on 420 in a theater full of people who were very baked. So, hello, Haunted Trainer C, welcome. Hello, Rurkin1234. By the way, I liked your diversity rant on the podcast last night. You brought up good points that needed to be honestly brought up. Thank you. I was so worried. I'm so worried I said something, like, offensive. Because I have a real hard time not coming across like I'm attacking people, I think, sometimes. So I have to be really, really careful about that, because I didn't mean that as a personal insult to our guest Tiffany, who was on last night on the horror podcast before we had the amazingly talented, wonderful, brilliant Tommy McLaughlin. I really, I kind of meant it as a, when I hear these sort of buzzwords, and that it did kind of trigger me a little bit, because when I hear those sort of buzzwords, they come across as almost NPC programming sometimes. But I don't want to not anything insulting to her per se, but that's kind of what it reminded me of when I hear a lot of this anti whatever stuff that I hear on Twitter. But hello, DJ Odyssey. See, now I'm looking really pink. I might need to adjust my video again. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. It'll change the second I turn off the thing anyway. It doesn't save. I have no idea what my settings need to be in this light. I have no light in this room. So. Tim Allen is still trying to get a Home Improvement continuation. Is he? I don't know. He got a new season in Last Man Standing. I haven't heard about that. Hunter Trainer C, thanks for the welcome. How are you? I am okay. I'm trying to take my mind off of all the stuff that I have to get done today and all the housing stuff. And Lee Crystal says, if you guys want to donate do it through Streamlabs. Mecca gets more of the money. That is true. YouTube does take 30%, but I don't like going on and just begging and stuff. But Rickman should have been in Die Hard 3. Jeremy Irons looks nothing like him. Was Alan Rickman busy in Die Hard 3? I don't know. What was he doing? He was probably like super, super famous by then. Wasn't Die Hard Alan Rickman's like first big break in Hollywood? Almost. I didn't think you did come across that way, but you brought up enough goodwill. But I think you brought enough goodwill where one could forgive that. I hope so. Sometimes I speak without like... I go without like thinking through, because one of the things that kind of gets annoying to me is when I hear people take a really, really long time to kind of figure out what they're going to say. And a lot of the time I just go and I end up insulting people accidentally, and I don't mean to. So I'm so sorry if I did. Nathan Norman says, maybe the Thermians, they were Thermians. Find out there is a sequel of the Galaxy Quest show, and they think the original crew was being replaced by imposters and rushed to stop the evil new crew. Yeah, they could. Yeah, there's something. Oh god, they could do like some sort of reboot the Galaxy Quest series within the universe, and then the Thermians are like, why are you rebooting this? Why are you replacing these people? That would be interesting. And hello, Jez Oldfield. Like, it doesn't beg for money like Trek Yards. Oh, that's mean to Trek Yards. Oh, I like Trek Yards. They're good guys. You got to kind of understand that they're coming from like having they've been on YouTube long enough to have actual ad revenue. And I had about a month of that when I started my channel, or like a couple years into my channel in 2016. I had about a month of, the sweet spot of like actually getting advertising revenue on YouTube. And then immediately the adpocalypse kind of happened, and also the game I was covering, people lost interest right away, so yeah. That's a brilliant plot idea. That would be a good plot, though. Maybe the second season of Galaxy Quest would be a parody of TNG instead of TOS. Could be. Like Truck Yards, I used to donate, but they're always asking for super chats. It's just meh. I would like to have time to watch more of the streams. Like, I know they've been really good to me. They've been giving me a lot of shout outs, and I don't want to say bad things about Trek Yards. And that's kind of, I don't get to watch a lot of their streams, and they do, I don't know if I'm still a moderator over there, but when they first started doing live streams, I did try and jump in and kind of help out with moderation, and I just don't have time to watch their streams so much anymore. But they're good guys. I like them both over on Trek Yards. I've had Samuel on the channel when he was promoting his Indiegogo. It was Indiegogo, I think, when he was promoting his fan film. I'm supposed to be on there sometime. I don't know when. I have talked to Captain Foley a little bit here and there, so I might actually be on their channel once in a while, or at some point. I don't know, doing something. Probably talking about Babylon 5. I know a lot more about Babylon 5 than anything else, so because that's like my biggest that is like my biggest sort of knowledge or wheelhouse is Babylon 5, more so than like Discovery, more so than Star Wars, more so than Star Trek. And oh dude, holy crap, Brett Newman, thank you so much. Treat yourself or save it. Mecha Harpy 42, oh my god, 50-pound super chat, thank you so much. Dude, holy crap. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. You don't have to, you guys don't have to, but thank you so much, Brent Newman. Holy crap. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hopefully, did that pop-up work? I do have the pop-ups, and hopefully that hopefully that the sound. Then I get like so choked up, I get like flabbergasted, and I can't remember words. But yeah, I hopefully like the audio popped up. I might need to make it a little louder here so you guys can hear it. I think it was too loud for a second, so I lowered it, but but yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And the good thing is, like, because I don't know. Hopefully like the pop-ups were working, or at least the I know words. I don't have my soundboard up. That's the other thing I need to get done is my soundboard. I did get the Stream Deck. I did treat myself with last month's YouTube money right before coming out. I did get the Stream Deck. I don't have it hooked up yet, but I do have one. Yeah, which one is words? I don't remember where I moved it to. Number pad 9, that one.
Oh yeah. Words.
That's the one. Captain Foley's obsessed with Tilly of STD. I like Tilly. I do like Tilly quite a bit. Maybe Bill and Ted will invade STD. Maybe. Rurikin 1234. I started watching season 4 of Babylon 5 first time, and I love the series. Dude, season 4 of Babylon 5, 3 and 4, it really takes off. It is so good in 3 and 4. Season 1 is still really good. It does take a bit to kind of get used to the characters. And then, of course, they change a lot in season 2. So by the time season 2 comes around, you kind of have to get used to some new people again. But no, I like that so much. Yes, 1 to 19 is excellent. Yeah, 1 to 19 is excellent. Seraph can probably put what is it? You can copy and paste the thing where it says what is what, the GIFs and stuff. But oh, thank you for being here, Willie Woodward. I gotta get going and trying to listen to you while I'm working, but I can't comment. Well, thank you for being here. This isn't gonna be a super long stream anyway, because I do have to head out in an hour to go up to the U-Haul place, and hopefully nothing's broken, but it is insured. Stuff is insured if they did break anything. If they broke anything, hopefully it'll be like the couch that we probably don't have room for anyway, even though it's a new couch, but Tilly is wasted on the show. Tilly is wasted on the show. Tilly only looked good as a blonde. Well, I think she was still red hair, so they just used the straightener on her, right? God, my hair looks so pink in this light. I don't know how to fix it either. One of these days I'll get it fixed. One of these days. I think, cause see, yeah, then I go purple. I'm messing with my white balance. Oh, that is way too orange. I almost need more. I almost need it like that. I almost need to be in black and white. There. I still look a little pink, but that's just because there's no lighting above me. Love from Mars. Oh, you're in Mars. I like Mars. Like the planet, the little red one where Harlan Williams is walking around with the chimpanzee. I like that movie. If your Harvey is broken, maybe the real one can fix it. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's higher up, that box that I put him in. I think so. I'm imagining that the forklift probably got the bottom, so maybe my amp, if it's in the box with like this stuff, I know my amp was like right in the front, my big Marshall, and I will be really sad if my Marshall died. But also at the same time, I don't really need the big Marshall. I have my little Vox, but you know, still it's sentimental. I mean, I've had the Marshall for like 20 years. But that's the thing. And The Rock cried out, "No hiding place had the best comeuppance of a villain in a TV movie and movie history. Jakar and Londo are the best ever on any show." Jakar and Londo, they're frenemy, bromance sort of thing. I love Londo and Jakar so much on Babylon 5. They could choke each other out and laugh with each other, and they had respect for each other, and they had hatred for each other. And I love how complex that the writing for their characters were. Because here's the thing, with Babylon 5, they kind of know how people were. Like JMS and the writers, like you even had DC Fontana writing for Babylon 5. You know, you had these writers who knew how complex people were. You know, I think people were just more complex then. Because you see a lot of these kind of new people and they just don't have anything going on upstairs. They just kind of recite the same bullshit buzzwords back and forth. And they you know, these are the people I always kind of say, you just have nothing going on in your head, do you? You're just telling me I'm sexist, I'm racist, without ever watching anything I say, or yeah, and I don't know if like people are just getting stupider, or if I just was kind of sheltered from the really stupid stuff. I don't know, but it's weird. Give us a word and we'll take care of you all for you. We'll see. I mean, it is insured, so maybe it's nothing. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid that they broke it and things are getting stolen out of it, but I like Sheridan and Delenn. Delenn was amazing too. Chris Corkum says, "I love Williams. Was it Comedy Central HBO special? Plus, I love Rocket Man." It might have been, well, which HBO special? He had a few. He has a Harlarious, which was great. He has a couple more. If you look on YouTube, Harlan Williams has a ton of stand-up specials. He's probably my favorite stand-up comedian that's like still doing comedy. And that's just because he's so absurd. He just comes up with like the craziest stuff. You know, I took a giant, I took a pile of Rottweiler crap, threw it on the floor, and I got this fly and I pulled his wings off, or pulled his legs off, so now he can't land on the crap, you know, his delivery is so much better. That type of stuff, I'd never be able to make up this type of stuff Harlan Williams has in his comedy, so. But yeah, thank you for being here, Chompy said. Did I say salad? I probably said salad earlier. Why am I thinking of food? I'm thinking of food. But thank you so much for being here. No, that's right. It's just certain specific values have different GIFs. Oh, okay. It's cross chat. Okay. Babylon 5 feels more real. It does. Season 1, you hate the evil Jakar. Londo's a great guy. Season 2, what the hell did Londo do? Poor Jakar. Exactly. And then, yeah, they had such complex character arcs. Hello, Marcos. Welcome. Bill Mumy was a great linear. Bill Mumy was so good. He really played this sort of sheltered, almost monk character so well. And you feel so bad for him when he's like so in love with Delenn and she's just not into him at all. It really is so sad. Because that's how a lot of real life relationships are. You can be so infatuated or so in love with somebody and they just are like, no, I'm just not that into you. You're not. Yeah, and I love how they put that sort of relationship in the show because I think it's realistic. I think people actually do go through that type of thing. Natoth was cool for a while. Yeah. CD Hart, I love Stephen Wright. Nathan Norman, the ship designs and the uniforms are the best in sci-fi. They're distinct while not being overly gaudy, especially the Centauri uniforms were amazing. The Centauri uniforms were so good. They were very, I almost want to say like almost Napoleonic mixed with maybe Roman. So I like that. I like that a lot. Who could ever forget Bester? Nothing better than Chekhov on B5 and Evil. Yes! Colin C, hello. Hey there, just found your new channel. Your videos are awesome. New subscriber. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Also, if you guys do subscribe while I'm live, you'll see the little pop-up. Hopefully, I do have my notifications on. You'll see a little pop-up if you have your subscriptions set to public. Steve Rendell, I just tried to watch the new Discovery trailer, not available in the UK. Why? Is it really not available? Well, they probably blocked it because it's the newest Discovery trailer with Spock smiling was like a TV spot, and the one I found was a cam, like somebody actually filmed their television. So yeah. You took your words right out of my keyboard. Napoleonic. It is a little bit. Hello, James Carmichael. Is it evening where you are? Hopefully it's evening in the UK. Hopefully you guys can actually see me in the UK. I'm gonna be so sad, like, once the whole Article 13 stuff goes in and you can't even watch YouTube in the UK. At least that's what they're saying. I don't know. No dictator, no invader can hold in prison population by force of arms forever. There's no greater power in the universe than the need for freedom. Against that power, tyrants and dictators cannot stand. Absolutely. Lee Crystal, Babylon 5 is so freaking cool. I need to buy the whole series and share it with my fiance. Definitely. And if you guys don't know, we have shadow ship emojis for people, and that's like Lee Crystal is a channel sponsor or channel member, I think is what they call them now. So channel members have their name in green and the little badge with my kitty face, Zabu. I could probably bring him in. He's probably sleeping or getting into trouble. But you also get access to like my cool channel exclusive emojis. I'm pre-subscribed and sub-chatting, no honors. That's alright, don't worry about it. It is 2103 in the UK. If you use Firefox, you can change your geo settings in the tools options. Yeah, or if you use like a VPN, you can always change your location and say, hey, I'm in Japan, or whatever. Wait, we can't watch YouTube here. I don't know that much about the Article 13 stuff. That's the thing. I mean, I kind of glance at it and I listen to it for about a second. And to me, it sounds like they're saying that they're going to block anything with images in it. So, like, if I wore a t-shirt with graphics, they would block it. Or if I used a thumbnail I can't, like, 100% prove is mine. You know, like sometimes I'll have, like, these images, like that. For my video last night, I had that image handy. And I couldn't be able to use that without getting blocked because I didn't draw this. This is actually fair use for review purposes and for the thumbnail so you guys know what's going on in the video, what I'm talking about. That was the video last night anyway, so yeah. That's at least my knowledge of what Article 13 is like they're blocking images or something. Like they're really sending bots out in full force. I don't know. Kurtzman is a hack fraud, Cloudzilla says. I was obsessed with Spock being an emotional wreck. Spock always fought and held in his emotions and was embarrassed when they showed, like when you fart in public. That's true. That's a great way of putting it. Absolutely. Alex Kurtzman doesn't know what he's doing, I think. Babylon 5 will never be on Blu-ray. Effects are frame blended and stuck at NST speed. Yeah, that's true. Plus, Turner never paid for the high edition. Will never pay for the HD remaster. That's another thing. I don't think like they would have to go in and just redo all the special effects, and I don't think they're gonna do it. Espel Movie Fish Heads. I have 2 Barnes and Barnes CDs. I have Vubaha that has fish heads on it, and I have Spaz Chow, which is a much rarer CD. Hopefully I still have it somewhere, but I am Japanese, you're Chinese. I have Bushido, you do not, Martok says. I hope that's not racist. If you know how to use the internet, they can't stop you from getting what you want. Yeah, there's always a way around it. You know, I imagine VPN sales will skyrocket. Some YouTube videos say a few countries are okay. Others say it'll be a Europe-wide dark zone. I don't know what's going on with it. I really don't. And if they really do that sort of thing, then people will probably find other ways around it. People always find a way around everything. Darth Gavel, I'm here, YouTube Harpy. What did I miss? Not much. I've just been complaining about U-Haul. Also, I think I have to blow my nose again because I was sneezing earlier. So, yeah, it's allergies. I think it's allergies. I don't think it's a cold, so. I should probably pull up a picture so you guys don't see me blow my nose on camera. Here, we'll look at Mikey Spock. We'll look at Mikey Spock. Shooting herself in the face like she totally would because, you know, she totally knows Star Trek. She loves that Star Trek, you know, with R2-D2 and the Daleks and all that stuff, right? Totally Mikey Spock. You have a dog allergy. I am allergic to dogs. I have cats, though. I don't think there's dogs in here. I think I just get allergic to stuff. think Mecca makes up half of these bands. Which band? What band did I make up? I didn't make up any bands. Hello, picture. Bring back the good old days of YouTube. Take it down. She should have fired. She should have. Who's pointing the phaser at herself? That was Michael Burnham. That's our main character. That's the one we're supposed to root for in Star Trek Discovery. Mikey Spock went to the lower school of Star Trek. She clearly doesn't know Star Trek very well. I mean, yes, it could be a mistake that she just grabbed it and it spun around in her hand by accident, but they didn't have to leave it in. They really didn't have to leave it in. I can't remember exactly where it is, but I have played like the full. That's one of the things I need to program my Stream Deck to have once I have it plugged in, is to play that clip of Michael Burnham. Sarah, if you want to write this down, I want that clip programmed into my Stream Deck. Remind me to do that, of Michael Burnham picking up the gun and pointing it at her face, so that we know, so we can see it in live action, right? So people don't think, oh yeah, it's just photoshopped. No, it's actually in the show. They could have edited out like just 2 seconds. It's actually there. I'm a 4K master of the theatrical motion picture in Treks 3 through 6. Paramount only did the director cuts of Wrath of Khan. They could have. Oh, my very obscure bands. I have a lot of good bands that I like. Ghost isn't obscure. I've been listening to a lot of them lately. Blind Guardian's not obscure. I'd rather see you sneeze than Mikey Spock. I mean, I could have just shown you like the Klingon boobs if you guys like that one. No one likes the Klingon boobs. They didn't give her a real phaser, unfortunately. I know. Unfortunately. Hello, connect the dots. The EU are totally out of control. That's why people voted for Brexit. We want our country back. When I was in the UK, I heard a lot of people, like local native British people, saying that that Europe was just allowing anybody to come in from any of the European Union countries, and that they were getting preferential treatments for jobs over natural-born British citizens. And if that was the case, then absolutely I am all for, keeping the country the way it should be. Because, I mean, England's a tiny little island. If you kind of let everybody in to take jobs from everywhere, from every European country, you're going to run out of room. You're going to run out of jobs. So you're going to have a lot of people on the dole. You're going to have a lot of people making more money on the dole than actually going out and getting a job. So did someone say boobies? The director's edition of the motion picture is very good. I think I have one or two. I think I might have the motion picture of the director's edition. I can't remember. Where is the boobs? Do I have any boobs pre-programmed in? Actually, don't. Maybe I can find some. Let's see what boob pictures I have. I don't know if I have any. I might have some, like, I got Anita Sarkeesian. No one wants to look at her. Do I have any, like, Senran Kagura pictures? I probably do. Let me find some. Senran Kagura. Here you go. Here's a good boob picture. Image. Reset transform. Is that better? Boobs. There you go. You guys like boobs? You like boobs. Better not be Foley boobs. I'm trying to be demonetized. No, I mean, that's the thing. Like, the live streams really don't get a lot of views after the fact. They're not like the videos. So, because most people don't want to sit there and watch a 2-hour live stream. This is more just to kind of interact rather than having people watch them back. So, this is a video game I actually play quite a lot of. Like the old guy set in the gray leisure suit that gets in frame accidentally and the motion picture hides behind the wall and Kirk exits the shuttlecraft. There's all kinds of really cool stuff, but the EU are planning to ban Klingon boobs. I hope so. Yeah, the STD Klingon boobs. I was told there would be no Anita Sarkeesian on this live stream. Well, then it's a good thing I didn't pull up her picture, because I do have a picture of her from back when I made a video about her where I basically called her the C word for about 5 minutes. Because I couldn't stand her. She did something stupid. Oh, it was during that Buffy thing where she was like bitching, oh no, don't remake Buffy. I like Buffy. No, and she was basically kind of going against everything else where she's like, oh my god, you guys are just man babies. Grow up. They're going to remake stuff. Then when it happens to her with Buffy, then she has to go and throw her a little temper tantrum. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I sent you a tweet. It'll blow you away. It's an HD remake of the CGI from Babylon 5. I will check that out. I'll definitely check that out. I don't have my Twitter up handy. I don't know where it went. Actually, I might have it up at my other window. Do I still have it up? I might. Actually, I do. Oh, okay, I do. My mommy says I'll go blind if I look at boobies. No, I don't think so. I'm going to say no, I don't think that's the case. Is it in messages? Is it in requests? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see pictures on Twitter. Mama's wrong again. I don't like remaking Buffy either. Spike should have his own spinoff. I never actually watched Buffy. I watched the movie. I didn't watch the show for whatever reason. I don't know why I never watched the show. Now I'm looking very orange again. I need to fix that. Why? I always have to fix this. A little more white. A little more white balance, right? Now it's like black and white. It looks so purple. I don't know. I can't get that. I can't get the video fixed here. It's just because everything's so red around me. So no matter what I do, I'm gonna look pink. I look fine. I know. I always look fine. It's just I'm seeing my playback here, and I'm like, no, it looks bad. Also, it's like 1,000,000 degrees back here too. I probably should open a window or something. Just realized we never saw Vulcan genitalia up next on STD. Well, yeah. I mean, they have the swearing, and they have all that stuff. Like, why bother, right? they have the swearing, they have the sex. I don't know. Send it again. Make sure you got it. It's amazing. All right, let me see it. I'm not seeing any notifications. That's the problem. So my Twitter is at random monkey. So here's my Twitter. Hopefully nobody has like a fake Twitter. If you're sending it to somebody who's not me. My Twitter, I have like 969 followers, give or take. So it just says Mecha Random YouTube Harpy. Yeah, that would be my Twitter. Vulcans have corkscrew genitalia like dolphins. That's weird. Do they? I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. They won't restore 1 and 3 through 6 or DS9 or Voyager because it's a risk. They lost money on the TNG Blu-rays that did not sell. I spent so much money collecting TNG on video, or not on video, on those box sets each season that came out. I did not want to buy them again because they were like $100 a piece back in the day. When you bought them at the Star Trek Experience, they were about $200 each. So yeah, I did not want to buy them again. That was kind of the biggest thing. Yes, not really, but they will in season 2 of STD. Oh god, don't show me Vulcan dicks in season 2. I don't. Okay, here's the thing. We don't need to see Spock banging Michael Burnham. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see Spock hitting on Captain Pike. That's another thing he might be doing. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see we don't need to see sex between Laurel and Vok Tyler. We don't need to see any of these things, and that's gonna be something they're probably gonna show us, and it's gonna look like crap, and I'm gonna be very disappointed by it. Oh, okay, now I see it. I see the Babylon 5 thing. I can't pop it up because that's on YouTube, but I have it up. Now I see it. Hello, Laura. It's a short story. Welcome. Please excuse me, I need to raise a demonic army. Hi, by the way. And hello, Chris Perza. By the way, T'Pol was the most hot character on Star Trek. I like T'Pol. I don't know if she was like the hottest character. Now I gotta think, because there was some pretty. I wasn't like super in love with every character on Star Trek. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to listen. I'm gonna have to think about who was the hottest character on Star Trek. I don't know. We don't need to see two dudes kissing, but so what? Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying I don't want to see sex on Star Trek. That's the thing. I don't want sex on Star Trek. Period. Call me a prude, call me old-fashioned. Keep the sex on stuff like Farscape and Lex, and even The Expanse probably has some. Star Trek was one of those shows you can watch with everybody. I mean, I don't want to be sitting there with my mom watching Star Trek Discovery and have a Klingon rape scene come on. That's not very comfortable to be there watching with a parent or anything, but Yeah, two guys kissing isn't special anymore. And that's the thing. It's not so much two guys kissing. I don't care about that. Like, the Doctor and Stamets, fine, whatever, who cares? I don't want to sexualize Spock. It's like sexualizing Lando Calrissian. I don't want to sexualize these characters that you kind of grow up with as your family, you know? You kind of grow up with them as, you know, your extended family members because they're so much a part of your life, especially if you're my age. I'm almost 40. You get to this point where you know these characters for so many years, you don't want to know what they do in their bedroom. And I know a lot of these young people don't care. It's kind of like watching Game of Thrones to them, where everybody's in and out of bed with everybody, which is fine. Do that with new characters. Do that with people I've never seen before. When you kind of bring in Star Trek, though, especially if you're going to do this to somebody like Spock, hypothetically, if you're going to have Spock having these hot and heavy sex scenes, I don't want to see that. I really don't. I mean, I can almost tolerate it with Kirk, because Kirk was a bit... He has the he has the history of being a bit of a womanizer, even though he's not so much. He had like 3 or 4 girlfriends in the series, as far as I can remember, right? But yeah. Next thing you know, STD could also tell gay jokes or fart jokes just to inject humor. Well, they're already doing like the elevator sneeze joke. Didn't like it. 7 of 9 being added to Voyager became Star Trek TNA. I liked 7 of 9 though. Laura says, I always had a thing for Leonard Nimoy when he was young. Wait, there's a Klingon rape scene? Oh, there's a Klingon rape scene. There is. The Klingon woman. Close your eyes if you guys don't want to see this. You've seen this already today. So the Klingon woman, Laurel, here, ends up banging Vok Tyler. And I did censor this. They actually show her tits in the show. In Star Trek. That's a thing that they do now in Star Trek. So I censored her with tribbles here. And, yeah... She basically, they tortured this poor guy who was Vok, was the albino Klingon torchbearer. Then they kind of grafted Vok into Tyler. Like, instead of just mind wiping him and like they took an existing human, they made Vok, an existing Klingon, look like this existing human. They kind of spliced them together. They did it in the most complex way that I can't even describe. And they changed their minds like 2 or 3 times about it. But yeah. Oh, my eyes. I know, Klingorks. So yeah, and basically he has PTSD and remembers getting pretty much raped by this Klingon woman. And that's kind of where we're at with Star Trek Discovery. So, I'm an adult. I don't mind the sex stuff as long as they don't overdo it. Yeah, here's the thing. Game of Thrones is one thing. If I want to watch Game of Thrones, I'm watching Game of Thrones. You know, that's fine. It's a Star Trek. Star Trek is something that I would much rather not see that with, but I don't know. Discovery is a blessing to true Star Trek fans? I don't think so. I think Discovery is an insult to true Star Trek fans. Clean my room. This isn't my room. This is my mom's house. It does need it, though. Actually, there's not really that much. I mean, you got a carpet. That's about it. There's really nothing on the floor, though. Tarantino is as dead as Star Trek 14. They have no funding and no Chris Pine. Oh, Star Trek 4, yeah. Yes, don't forget the part where we're supposed to relate to the Klingon that assaulted him. Yeah, we're supposed to now feel sorry for Laurel, even though she absolutely raped this guy, raped Vok or whatever. I don't get it. I don't know. Discovery is a grave disappointment. I know. And that's the thing. If you guys really love Discovery, that's fine. You probably don't want to watch my channel because I do rip it a new one because it's terrible. It's just terrible. It is. It doesn't need to be Game of Thrones in space. It doesn't. We already got one. We already got Game of Thrones. It's called Game of Thrones. We already have Game of Thrones in space. Isn't it The Expanse? I don't know. I haven't watched it. I can't make it through The Expanse. I might need to try. So here's the thing. Once I get settled, once we get moved, I might try The Expanse again. At this point in time, I saw about 5 minutes of it, and I just couldn't get past the blue. I really have an aversion to so much blue. That's kind of the only thing that's really holding me back, even on the Aquaman movie, is it's so blue. Why is everything blue? Discovery is worse than Galactica 80. I would rather watch Galactica 80, and that's just because I'm not seeing Klingons rape people. I don't know. Yeah, Discovery has probably some of the worst writing I've ever seen on television. Yeah, I agree to that. I absolutely agree to that. I'll never call it Star Trek 4. Star Trek 4 is the voyage home. And that's true. Star Trek 4 is the voyage home. Well, that's the thing with these new Chris Pine movies. Like, they separated themselves enough so I could just ignore them. With Discovery, there's this misconception. A lot of Discovery fans think that it is in the Kelvin timeline, and it's technically not supposed to be. It's supposed to be in TOS timeline with the TV series. The problem with that is nothing looks right. Nothing matches. The attitudes don't match. The aesthetics don't match. The hairstyles don't match. The costumes don't match. The sets don't match. So that's one of the issues with it. And the other issue... Oh, Jason Plummer subscribed. Thank you for being a brand new subscriber. But yeah, it's... And hello, Lord Charles. Salutations from the sixth side. Hello, sixth scale combat. Please give The Expanse a chance. I don't think I can sit through it. It looks so bad. It looks so boring and blue. I don't think I can sit through it. I don't know. We were starving and half-dead Klingons on a super tech ship, but we still take time to shave our heads. Exactly. They were starving and half-dead and they had this like most amazingly advanced technological ship with a cloak, and they let it sit there for 6 months. The Federation let it sit there disabled for 6 months. What the crap? CBS won't turn back from the dark path that they are on. CBS won't listen to the fans, nor they listen to Doomcock, who pleaded for CBS to turn back. See, Doomcock, I didn't actually get to watch that stream, but I'm going to assume that Doomcock went through and tried to figure out ways to fix it, because he's very passionate and cares very much for Star Trek, like all of us do. I just haven't had time. I was like busy packing, so I didn't have time to listen to that. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. But yeah, just all feel like I can't get into The Expanse either. I mean, the choices they made it so complicated for themselves. Yeah. Discovery might have been a sort of acceptable if they didn't try and say it was Prime and put it off on a third timeline different from Prime or Kelvin. Yeah, and that's another thing. It's clearly on this third timeline because it can't be canon with TOS, and it can't be canon with Kelvin because Kelvin had like other people on the Enterprise. Like, it took place a little earlier, right? They got the Enterprise earlier than they should have. I don't know. What do you think of the short treks? Oh god, the first short trek was god awful. It was the one with Tilly. Horrible writing. It sounded like it was written by a 5-year-old. It sounded like somebody let their 5-year-old kid come in and just tell them a story about a princess. Because like some of the dialogue in that was, and my planet is my twin, and I was born at the same time as my planet, and I found a way to reconstitute dilithium crystals, and my mother is a queen, and I'm a princess. Great. 5-year-old writing right there. Yes, Aquaman is blue because he's underwater. Thanks, DC. We're not all stupid, you know? And Enterprise and Discovery would be from a third timeline from First Contact. They would be. They said 25% different. They meant 75% crap. They did. Doomcock fixed it by saying it was a third timeline started from the point of First Contact. But no, because the point of First Contact, I don't think that's correct. Yes, also I'm a queen. I worked in the dilithium mines. Also, I'm a queen. I'm sure a 5-year-old would have more imagination. Maybe, I think they might have more imagination, but it's about as coherent as listening to a 5-year-old stumble in and blab at you. My cat is not my cat. I'm actively ignoring him. Aww, cats are sweet though. That made as much sense as the rest of Disco. It did. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, and I could do better than the 5-year-old fanfic. CBS should have hired me to write for Discovery. At least I can tell a better story. Yes, Gamepad. I think anybody in chat here could tell a better story than the Alex Kurtzman, whatever the crap thing that they decided to crap out for that Runaway episode. It was terrible. It was god-awful. And then the next one, Calypso, was better because it didn't have any of our Discovery characters in it. It had some random dude that we've never seen before, and none of the annoying people like Michael Burnham, who I just can't stand. But at the same time, they have ruined Discovery by making sure that we know anytime Discovery is in peril, anytime it looks like Discovery might be attacked or might not make it, we know that Discovery survives and goes off and becomes sentient 1,000 years into the future thanks to Calypso. So Calypso really ruined any sort of suspense. right? It ruins any sort of, oh no, the ship's in trouble. Is it going to survive? Because of course it is, because we know it survives 1,000 years in the future. It's crazy. Calypso was generic. It was, and it was probably the best thing they could have done. And it was still kind of bland and generic. I heard on another channel that Axonar might be starting up again, shorter episodes. I think they might be. I have heard a little bit of that. I would say keep an eye out for what Midnight's Edge says, because they, I believe, have interviewed some of the people from Axonar. So usually when they run a story, they'll verify it with a couple of sources. Axonar is going to have 2 more 15-minute episodes. Oh, okay. The Axonar sets are sexy. I like the Axonar sets. I'd say a third timeline from the divergent point of the Zindi attack on Earth. 7 million people dying would affect any timeline. Yeah, we could have had it from the Zindi. It would probably make more sense from the Zindi than from First Contact. I do not have a tattoo. Who has a tattoo? I do not have a tattoo. Oh. And then we have the tardigrade and some mushrooms, and then there's the black lady who was really smart. No, so the thing with the tardigrade game, what they stole from that, I think it would have looked better had he put Michael Burnham in the prison suit when he was like comparing Yolanda and Michael Burnham, but yes, there's so many errors in ST in the first couple of episodes alone. I have a hard time believing they had anyone to help them stick to canon. Well, I don't think they listened to those people. I think they are supposed to have those people, but they did not actually listen to those people, because what they want goes, what they say goes, what they do, yeah. Hello from the Upside Down. Hello, Mr. Peabody. Yes, and we all know Captain Pike will eventually become Davros. Yes. And he will release the Daleks on Mikey Spock, and they will exterminate her, and I will cheer. Because that's about as much as they know about Star Trek anyway. They seriously probably don't even know that, like, they would probably be listening to this and have no idea we're being sarcastic. They would probably think, oh, how do we get Davros? Let's add Davros into Discovery. It's like, no, first off, that's Doctor Who. That's a completely different universe. Anything that is good about these modern shows is the special effects. The rest of it kind of falls short. If you could see the special effects, then I might agree, but I can't see them. It's so badly lit. It's so dark. It's so blue and brown. Like, I can't even see anything that's going on in Discovery half the time. And that's one of the problems I have. And that's kind of the biggest problem I have with The Expanse. I couldn't make it 5 minutes into that because it had just this very blue sort of swooping thing. I also really hate heavy sci-fi. I really hate, like, I have to have some levity. Like, at least Babylon 5 has Lanier riding a motorcycle. You know, there's some levity here and there. There's Ivanova, you know, where she has to mate with the guy to seal a deal, and he sends back the letter, next time, my way, because she completely pulls one over on him. And I love stuff like that. I love the levity and the humor sometimes when it's done well. When it's something like Discovery that has such a stick up his ass and then tries to throw in humor as a second thought, as a, oh, we like the humor in the Orville, or people like the humor in the Orville, we're trying to copy that. No. No. Hello, Gary McGregor. Glad I finally caught you again. Well, hello, thank you for being here. This isn't going to be a super long stream. I'll probably only go for another half an hour because I do have to head up to the U-Haul place and be completely devastated by whatever they broke. Hopefully they didn't break too much. Ivanova being bi was pretty cool. What was implied? I think it was implied. Plus, Enterprise met the Borg. It did come from First Contact. That is, well, okay, the Enterprise did meet the Borg, but the Enterprise met the Borg and didn't know who it was. So I can kind of forgive that. They didn't, like, actually meet an invasion. They just found a Borg corpse, from what I remember. Yeah, and Calypso took out all the stakes out of Disco altogether. Yes, it did. Hello, Nigel Bruce Savage. Hello, Alexandra. Majlef. I'm saying your name wrong. I'm sorry if I am. Marchuk says, agreed. It's like bringing military consultants or law consultants in a TV show or movie. Useless. Claudia says she wasn't told until it was needed, though. That's true. That's true. God, Babylon 5 is such a good show. I think probably once the new year starts or once we get settled into the new house, I will probably start up the Babylon 5 watch parties again, where we've watched all of season 1. This is kind of a, I think, Saturday afternoon sort of thing that we would do for streaming, where we would watch all of the Babylon 5 episodes. So yeah, and then that's how they would be like in the corner, so you couldn't really see them, but you could follow along with the dialogue. And yeah. You only never ever need to imply, if you're a good enough writer, you can make anything seem overt. Exactly. People will pick up stuff. Like, this is what I was ranting about last night about tokenism and about representation. You will never be represented in Hollywood on anything. You will have people that you can relate to. You will have character types that you aspire to be. You will have character types you admire. You'll have characters you hate. You'll never be represented 100% in Hollywood, and anytime they try and do that, it just comes across as pandering and tokenism. You know, you're never gonna have a person who looks like me, with my age, my sexual orientation in TV. You're not going to have it. So to have these people who are so fragile that they need to justify their own existence by being represented on TV or movies, that's a huger problem. That's a much bigger deal than, you know, oh, we need representation. No, you guys need to have some self-worth without needing to be represented in Hollywood. Because guess what? You're never going to be represented unless you are so one-dimensional that you do fit into a little box and you don't have any individual thought or personality. And the only thing interesting about you is your sexual orientation or your gender or your skin color, which is the least important thing about you, in my opinion. But if that's all they have going for them, I feel very, very sad for them. And that's where we're kind of at, so. And hello, Michael Miller. Greetings. Have you seen the new trailer for Runaways Season 2? I have not. I actually watched Runaways Season 1. I didn't know they had a trailer for Season 2 yet. I didn't realize that. Sorry, I did scroll back a little while I was ranting. Babylon 5 worth the special effects done on the Commodore Amiga, probably. CD Horde, a lot of guys look like me. Yes, but are they you, though? Do they express your exact same opinions? The name of Susan Ivanova will never be forgotten. No, she was a character. She wasn't a character arc or a character type or a stereotype. And that's what a lot of these people are in these shows. They're just stereotypes of characters. They're not actually characters. I'm confused. The Enterprise is supposed to be a new ship when the original series started. Okay, the Enterprise, well, which Enterprise? There's all these different ones. They originally said there's only, 4 ships that were Enterprise, and then they had the new Enterprise, the NX-01 Enterprise, so they retconned that, I think. I don't remember. Mr. Peabody says, well, some people are represented well in Hollywood. It's called the footpath. That is true. Nathan Norman says, Sky One in the UK is showing Babylon 5 weekdays at 9 a.m. We're on episode 2, season 2 from today. Nice! Absolutely watch that. Yeah, I'm going to start up probably in the beginning of the next year on season 2. We did watch all of season 1. The Netflix series. Which Netflix series are you talking about? We're talking about Babylon 5, but that's not on Netflix. And we are all Enterprise. The Enterprise name is traced back to the aircraft carriers. Yeah, it did. The Enterprise is like one of those kind of traditional. Same thing with stuff like Discovery or Columbia or all of these sort of. They keep reusing the same names for aircraft carriers, shuttles, all that stuff. I have no doubt we'll get the Enterprise F in the 25th century. I wish. Nerdleneck, are you a feminist? I am an equal person. Feminism, to me, I am not a feminist who decides to go around male bashing. That is one of my pet peeves. I think people like that, like what they did with Ghostbusters 2016 or sexist like Anita Sarkeesian, those women need to kind of go off onto an island and die out alone somewhere. Because I cannot stand the male bashing stuff. That's one of the things like that really gets me. So I'm kind of an equal. I'm probably more of an actual feminist than these false feminists. I call them false feminists because I don't believe anybody needs to go around male bashing to say that one gender is better than another. I think that's just bullshit. So I'm cool. I hope so. The Enterprise is a British ship line of the British Royal Navy. Awesome. The crew of Discovery gets sent to the Star Wars universe by Q and encounters an ISD. That'd be nice. Also, I'm so sorry, action figure expert. It was probably a link. We don't have any links. Nightbot will delete them. It's only like a 5-second thing, but the bot is set to delete links just in case. It is a little bit grumpy. It was more for when people would come in and spam porn bot sites stuff. We'd have just a wall of porn bot stuff, like sites for porn sites. But yeah. The Enterprise has been serviced for 20 years by where no man has gone before. Palpatine did nothing wrong. Hello, Herbigus McDurpington. The HMS Enterprise is a survey ship. What is GVV? What are you doing? Are you trying to hack me? You're probably trying to hack me, right? You're just typing commands. Are you playing a video game? You're probably playing a video game in the background. Klingon porn. It wasn't Klingon porn. It was just like random porn bots. Feminism was meant to be about equality, like you said, like you stand for. The so-called feminists we see today are feminazis, and modern-day male feminists are cucks. They are. The modern-day male feminists who are like, oh my god, men suck, or are just as stupid as the people who are going, oh my god, white people, we need more men, and, or no, we need more women and people of color in movies. Okay, first off, you're saying that, like, being white is a bad thing. You cannot, in good conscience, go around judging somebody based on the color of their skin. Flat out. Whether you're a white person or a white male, you can't do that. That is sexist and racist. So, fuck you if you're doing that. So, second off, the color of a person's skin is, like, the least important thing about them. I'm sorry. Like, the first wave Peglio style feminist. I don't know. I think I'm more of a hippie than anything. I'm more of a hippie that, like, would just as soon destroy the world than save it. I think I'm very much counterculture in a lot of ways. So feminism is religion with dogma. No, the new feminism is like, it's just male bashing. It's just sexism is what this new feminism is. I'm sure Roddenberry, being a veteran, was thinking of the World War II Enterprise. Probably. Like MLK, I long for a time where people are judged by the measure of their character, not the color of their skin. And now we're kind of regressing into that, where they say, oh no, we need more people of color on TV. It's like, well, yes, but before you go around just saying a blanket statement like that, it just comes across as so non-genuine. It comes across as like the politically correct thing to say without having any actual thought behind it. So while yes, it would be a great idea if they had more people of color in their original shows and movies, or people of other ethnic groups, you cannot go around and replace existing characters just to fill diversity quotas. That is when I have a problem with it. You know, you need to start writing better new characters. You can't just keep making the same 5 franchises for all eternity and change them to pander to whatever demographic you think you need to pander to today. You need to actually step up your game, do better, make something new. Look at Black Panther. Pretty sure that was a hit. Pretty sure that's an original character that wasn't race swapped or gender swapped. Pretty sure they just wrote him as an African. And it worked really well, and people loved it. Or they loved it because he was black, and they had to virtue signal and go see the movie. I don't know. I didn't see it because I didn't want to be called racist, or I didn't want to be called a virtue signaler either way. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to bother. It was pretty well received, though, from what I remember. I don't know. You're the first one with the red hair I've ever agreed with. That's because I'm a punk. I'm a musician. I'm not so much one of these virtue signaling feminazis. And that's one of the things. They would never have hair down to their waist dyed red that they would maintain, and I do need to maintain it and touch up my roots. But no, they dye it once, take their little picture, they pose with their little fanboy tears mug, and then they have their stupid bangs cut across here, and then they have like their wall of pop figures behind them to prove they're geeks. And they're really not. They're just trendy people jumping on the bandwagon because they have nothing else. Whatever. Amen to that. We need characters and stories. We do. And there's nothing wrong with having, there's nothing wrong with people saying, hey, I identify with this character. But when you're just doing it so people can identify with it, when your only goal to cast a person of, whatever ethnic background or sexual orientation is just to get people to identify with this character, then you're only focusing on the superficial shit. You're not focusing on anything that makes that character something people want to relate to or strive to be like or strive to despise. You know, we don't even have any good villains anymore. We don't have anybody we can hate anymore. We're not allowed to hate anything. Everybody's like, oh, you're just so negative. Why are you so negative? Because we're not allowed to fucking hate anything. We don't even have bad guys. We have people like Thanos who are out there trying to save everybody by killing half of them. That's not even a good bad guy. I'm sorry. He's not even a good bad guy. He's fine, but like when I can't even remember half of the bad guys in these superhero movies, like that's the only one I can remember. What's the point? Like if we aren't even allowed to hate the bad guys. Before everyone says Thanos, he's right. That's true. He was right though, but he's not the best bad guy. That's the thing. That's equal rights as long as you do what I say. That is true. It went from you must have a white male lead to you can't have a white male lead. That doesn't fix the problem. It doesn't. And the biggest problem is like you just need to write better characters. You need to not have a release date. Like they're remaking Candyman with Jordan Peele's remaking it. They got a release date set for what, June 2020. They don't even have a script yet, but they got the release date. That's so backwards. Why would you have a script that you've crafted for years, then you go to Hollywood to get funded, and then you make the movie, and then you can tweak it as you need to? But no, they're gonna rush the script, they're gonna rush all this stuff, and we're gonna have a bunch of virtue signalers saying, oh yeah, we need more black people in Hollywood. Which is fine, nothing wrong with that. Except you're not doing anybody any services by making a good quality movie, you're just doing another freaking remake. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't get it. Who needs a script? I know. So old-fashioned. I know. I'm very old-fashioned. I mean, you kind of need a script. Thanos says no bad guy. Your words trigger me. That's true. That's because Thanos is the good guy. Yeah, he was kind of the good guy. TMP had that December 79 release date long before they had their script. And, God, the Star Trek motion picture. I'll go on record, I don't really care for the first one. I don't care for Star Trek the motion picture that much. It's okay. It's not Wrath of Khan. It's just not Wrath of Khan. Michael Miller, I should have messaged you on Twitter, but it does sound like from several journalist sources I have at CBS and retailers without announcement that STD is considered to be canceled. If you have any proof of that, that would be awesome. Hopefully it will be canceled. I think they're gonna try and salvage this last season. We might only get like a half season. I don't know. They're scrambling by bringing in Spock. They're really scrambling for viewers. They're trying to get the normies in. They're trying to get anybody they can to like sign up for this thing. You know, people are like, oh hey, I kind of remember Dr. Spock. I'll watch Star Trek. And that's what they're trying for now by bringing in Spock. People who say Star Trek instead of Trek, and people who call him Dr. Spock instead of Mr. Nathan Norman, I hate how they throw historical accuracy out the window because diversity. It's stupid. And I can mention one being a black Muslim in medieval Britain, specifically Wales. Gamepad 31 says, only bad guy I would rather think of is Darth Vader. The guy's not evil. He's just a broken man who learned his wife is dead, but later finds out his children are alive. That's true. Lots of people want Back to the Future remade. Well, those people shouldn't want it. Those people shouldn't be allowed to have an opinion. We don't need one. We've already got 3 Back to the Future movies. They're perfect. No need to remake them. Yes, we'll do it live. What's great when you're stoned? Oh, the motion picture? I might have to watch the motion picture then. I am in Colorado. I can't afford to live here, but I am here. Oh, now back to my worries. So yeah, today is basically a quick stream to take my mind off of things being broken in the U-Haul and not being able to afford a place to live. Yay! Michael Miller says, they know they can't unfuck it. It's dead. And they know they rushed it into liquidation already on eBay, being sold for $3 with free shipping. Oh, do they have it for $3 with free shipping? I might actually buy it if they have it for $3. That might be a bid price, though. Star Trek Discovery, because I've seen it for like $8. Let me see. Star Trek Discovery DVDs. $20. No, price plus shipping, lowest. Move to the UK. It's even more expensive. Yeah, the cheapest is $7.99 at China. Here, let's look at how crazy Discovery is. I don't know if they're bootlegs or not, though. Reset it. Sometimes I don't reset my transformation from the night before. Also, I need Enterprise on DVD. I don't have Enterprise. So, $7.99, free shipping. So they have to like certify it was Rotten Tomatoes. They have to brag that Rotten Tomatoes gave it a good rating. I saw this at Walmart. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. They actually have to put that sticker on there. So yeah, there's $10 from China. There's a shit ton of them. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's insane. I don't know why they have to do that. Yes, the Back to the Future films are perfect. I love them. I did too. Wait for the Christmas special sales. Maybe they'll do that. No, I don't know if I want to buy it. I don't know if I want to buy it. I could spend $10. I could spend like $20 at a dispensary and enjoy that a lot more. I did a bootleg of Discovery. Suffice to say, it didn't turn out good. Yeah, do they pay us? No, I don't want to give them money. Maybe the porks cushioned the damage. I don't know. Maybe it just got the couch. Maybe they didn't poke anything. Maybe they just stabbed the box a little bit with the forklift. I don't know. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes has no credibility. That is true. I've been doing many... I think I'm going to keep going after Rotten Tomatoes on their reviews for stuff. And keep pointing out when they have, like, the fake reviews. Because I think this new Star Wars series is probably going to have a shit ton of fake reviews. So that'll premiere tomorrow. Should I watch that for you guys? Do you guys want to see me react to that new Star Wars series that comes out tomorrow on YouTube? I could probably do finagle some sort of reaction. I don't know. I don't know what's funnier. They advertise the Rotten Tomatoes score that they think people believe it's credible. Well, sadly, a lot of people believe Rotten Tomatoes is credible. You're looking at the listing now for $288. I didn't see the $288 one. Mine said price plus shipping lowest first was $7.99. Yes, please. All right, I'll try and watch that tomorrow if I can. What's tomorrow? Friday? Tomorrow's Friday. Thinking about getting Discovery on Blu-ray the other day, then I thought better of it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the collector in me thinks, I could probably stick that on the shelf. No, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm not going to watch it again. Head down. What do you mean put my head down? Yes, Rotten Tomatoes used to be credible. Now, though, they're not. They're not. The forklift doesn't stab stuff. It's more of a crushing effect. I know. I hope not. I will have to leave probably in like 10 minutes to get up there. Oh, I'm so sad.
Greetings, my excellent
Dark
friend.
Viper, Dark, just subscribe. You can be a random subscriber. Also, we do have all the pop-ups if you guys do subscribe while we're live. We also have all these animated GIFs. I don't know if Seraph wants to... Well, I can probably post that. I have a few animated GIFs that are really funny. I say GIF. I'll say GIF if you guys really want me to. But we have all these cool pop-ups that I'm really proud about. In 2 or 3 days, when is December 1st? I will be changing out the $4.20. Oh yeah, 2 days. Saturday I will have a different $4.20 pop-up. Because that's the one that changes every month. So I'll have a different $4.20. The $6.66 one is hilarious too. There's all kinds of really funny ones. But yeah. Don't give porks a proper burial. They're so cute. But they're cute. But they're so cute. I can assure you it's not and never be. If The Last Jedi is torture, then Discovery is like a kick to the groin, and Solo is a punch to the gut. Yeah. Movie critics have virtue signal now, so honest opinions don't exist anymore. That is true. Everybody are so afraid of being called racist in this day and age. And it's insane. It's just nuts. We know we're not racist. We know we're not sexist. But the fact that everybody is so damn scared that they have to go out of their way to say, oh yeah, we need more representation. We need more people of color. We need more women. Like, are you that afraid of being called racist? Because I'm sorry, you can call me a racist and I know it ain't true. Like, I'm not so fragile that I'm afraid of being called names. I'm just not. Are you guys afraid of being called names, like being called racist? Or do we just look at it like, yeah, we know we're not, fuck you. You know, is it something just that ridiculous that people are so afraid? Are they so coddled and cushioned, excuse me, that their whole lives, that they can't take one little name call about them? I don't know. I don't get it. Not anymore. I'm not PC and I don't give a shit. I know, and that's kind of where we're at now. We just don't care. And hello, OG Spock Love. I think I saw you here. Hello, OG Spock Love. Hello, Trek Gamer. Man. Oh, I'm coughing here. I'm being called a Nazi for the last 4 or 5 years, so I'm used to it. I know. Yeah, they forget that nerds suffer name calling all our lives. That is true. We were always called names. We were always called different and weird. And can you post a picture here? I don't think it lets you. I mean, I don't think it'll let you post a picture, but I do have a Discord. You can always post pictures on the Discord. I think you took a blonde's job. Did I? I probably did. Yeah, Gamepad says, if someone calls me a name, I call their name right back and flip them the middle finger. Exactly. They don't realize that names, it's just a name. Like, what is the consequence if somebody calls you a name? Nothing. And I think that's where we're at. I think I figured it out. I think people nowadays are so goddamn fragile that they can't stand being called a name. How many times do I see people on the Star Trek Discovery, like the Discovery fanboys? They're like, "Oh my god, you're so mean. Why are you so mean? You're so negative." Like, are you that fragile you can't take one person telling it like it is? And I think they are. I think they're so goddamn fragile and pathetic, and they're just breakable. They're like these little porcelain dolls where you can't say anything. You can't say anything harsh. You can't raise your voice. You can't stand up firmly to these people without them just kind of crawling away into their safe space. And that's why they need to keep proving that they're not racist, because they couldn't stand for anybody to say one bad thing about them. Because they're in this their little no negativity fucking bubble of, oh my god, you're so negative. You can't call me names. You can't say anything bad. That'll hurt my feelings. Fuck your feelings. Seriously, fuck your feelings. If you're that sad and pathetic and fragile, get off the internet. Go into your safe space. Go into your panic room. You don't need a virtue signal. We don't care if you're racist or not. You need to be a better person. You need a stronger person than that. You need to toughen up. You need to stop being a goddamn pussy and going attacking people on Twitter when they say something you don't agree with. Because guess what? They aren't going to agree with you. People are not going to agree with you 100% of the time. I get people all the time who hate my channel.
Hail Satan!
Thank you so much, Dark Apple.
Hail Satan!
Deep fried pork, yummy. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love that one too. That's one of my favorites. Political correctness does more harm than good. I think it does. Sounds like original trilogy fans and prequel fans back in the day. Xandor, I like Discovery, but I tolerate people having different opinions than mine. Exactly. And you know, it's fine to like Discovery for what it is. I like a lot of crap for what it is too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I love. Nightstand, great show. It's terrible. Absolutely love it. It's a parody of a talk show. A lot of people haven't seen it. I love a lot of crap. Okay, don't get me wrong. I liked Outer Space Astronauts. So, but no, there's a lot. The other way around. What other way around? But no, I get so mad when people insist on like going after you for what? For having an opinion. So what? You know, when I post my opinions, when I post my videos, a lot of the time I will get people commenting on them saying, "Oh my god, you should delete your channel. You're so negative. I hate you." It's like, okay, first off, telling me you hate me is negative. Second off, nobody is holding a gun to your head about my channel. I can choose to consume and watch and hate watch shows if I want to. I can choose how I represent myself on the internet. And if I am having fun and having a channel that people really genuinely enjoy, I have more people who enjoy it than don't. So I'm going to keep on hate watching Discovery and picking apart everything that's wrong with it. People don't have to watch me, you know, and I always put the trigger warnings when on Discovery reviews. Yes, I'm old. My safe space is Fallout 4. I watch B movies for fun. I love B movies. People who use racist are the real racist. I think so. I saw a blue-haired midget head, but an SJW. So hard he passed out. It was funny. I pulled a muscle in my chest. Oh man. Becca's a bad influence on all of us. I am a bad influence. I am a bad influence on everyone. See, the new animated series of Star Wars for kids has smooth animation but crap art. It kind of does. It kind of does. My safe space is Fallout 3 New Vegas. My safe space is probably Red Dead Redemption. I like that one. I'm liking Soul Calibur. That's a good safe space too. I like Terraria. I can just dig and fight zombies, and I can care less if you're a bad influence. Yes, we're becoming harpies. Well, That's the thing. Somebody called me a harpy like it was a bad thing. I'm like, you know what? The little chibi harpies in Terraria are kind of cute. I'll be a harpy if that's what I need to be. See if I can find a picture of them. Terraria harpies. Of course, it would help if I spelled it correctly. Let me find an image for them. The little chibi harpies in Terraria. They're so cute. So this is the harpy in Terraria. They have blue hair. They actually look like kind of SJWs. They're kind of cute. I don't mind them. Oh, you can make armor? Harpy summoner? Oh, I didn't know you can make a harpy summoner armor. That must be new, or that must be a mod. Oh man, that is awesome. So yeah, they have blue hair, but they have like little chibi faces. So they're kind of cute. I don't mind them. Oh, they got a redhead harpy. I need to be a redhead harpy. Anyway, my safe space is hunting you. I see you when you're sleeping and on your way. You're Santa? Seraph drawing you as a winged harpy. I think he might be. He did draw, let's see, he did draw these. He did draw I think he made all of these, actually. Oh, I think he just modified the NPC emoji. My safe space is a bottle of rum, Herpicus McDurpington says. I don't have any. I might have bought some edibles, but I can't admit to that. But what's the name of the hot harpy from Yu-Gi-Oh? I have no idea. I've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh. Safe place just hides people away from reality, and besides, why have a safe space in university? Aren't those people adults? Yeah, they're supposed to be adults. I mean, nowadays you don't become an adult until you're about 40, apparently. I don't know. A safe space is getting a lot of use lately. I'll make a harpy emoji. I don't have any room for any more emojis. I need to have like 2 more sponsors or 2 more members. My safe space is herbs. See, and herbs are legal here in Colorado, so. But yeah, I think to get any more emojis, also make sure you keep track of the time. Yeah, it is probably about time to head out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I think, because it's 3 o'clock now in my time, I need to be at the place at like 3:30. I'm kind of terrified. I might come back and stream maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably do a video of something tonight. I don't know. We might do some sort of stream on Midnight's Edge After Dark too. I have no idea what's going on. Let's see. Do I have any notifications on Twitter? I don't. Oh, I have the Star Trek on eBay for $2. Brand new. Oh, it's $8 shipping. That's why. Yeah, it's actually cheaper to get $9.98. This is the one you linked me here. All right, I'll show you. So you always want to go by price plus shipping. So this is $8 shipping. It's actually cheaper to buy it for $8.88. But yeah. I always look at price plus shipping. See your Twitter inbox or the eBay link. Yeah, I just saw it. Don't forget Babylon 5 thing I sent you on Twitter. I have to hit accept on there. Yeah, I always check the shipping. I do. Till 40, you say there is a lot of questions for my sexual life. Well, I mean, you could be an adult like when you're 18, but yes, don't forget your credits. I always forget my credits. I gotta go find them. Let me go find the credits. It's in Streamlabs. We will run the credits. We'll run the credits today. I'm gonna hook up the Streamlab or the Stream Deck. I did get the Elgato Stream Deck. I haven't hooked it up yet. Yes, shipping can be a beach sometimes. It does, or it can be. It is kind of a ripoff, but yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. All right, I'm going to log into my Streamlabs so I can roll my credits here. Yes, allow. I didn't have it all. Take care, may the force and live long and prosper with you. Yeah. Time for Fallout 4. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just head up and do the thing. Right, so roll credits. It's down here in credits. Boop. And roll credits live. There we go. Have a great one. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It has been a blast. I didn't want to do a super long stream. I know doing like the longer streams lets more people come in, but I think these are good. These are probably... Oh, I heard kitty. You guys want to see a kitty? Want to see a kitty? While we roll the credits? I don't know if it rolled. Come on, kitty. Come on. I heard a kitty. Oh, I see my kitty. He says hi. Roll credits live as we roll the credits. I don't know if they're showing up. Are they showing up? Did they show up? I didn't show up. Roll credits. They're not showing up, so I don't know. Oh, okay. He is cute. Say hi. So yeah, they're not rolling for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I have to. Well, they're showing that they are. Refresh. It's on top of everything. Now try it. I had to refresh it. All right, Zabu, where are you? You getting into stuff? He's gonna get into stuff. The cat messed with it. So the credits aren't working for some reason. They're showing like they're working. Like I can see them here on my thing. They're just not. Frames per second. That's fine. It's not working. Oh well, we can survive without the credits. I'm sorry. We got a cat though, so the cat will be the credits. Zabu. He doesn't care. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm sorry the credits didn't work. We'll try it one more time. Credits sent. They're not coming in. Maybe I have too many other things. I don't know. What are you getting into, Zabu? But Zabu, like Zabu's from Naruto. No, like Zabumafu. He is like the lemur of Zabumafu. What are you getting into? Come here, Zabu. Come here. You want a cookie? You want a cookie? I don't know what he's getting into. But just stuff all your discs into your Volvo. No, all of the stuff is in the U-Haul crates. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. That is where we're going to check next, is to see if the U-Haul broke everything. They're in the U-Haul crates, and they had a forklift thing. So yeah, they I guess they missed. But click your stuff. Well, thank you. I know Zabumafu. Yeah, that's who that is. That's Zabumafu. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will see you guys on the next live stream or video. Bye.